Okay. It says we're telling your followers that you started live. Okay, cool. So, hang on. We're telling more followers. Okay, to join your video. Okay. So I hope that you can see me okay. I was working on getting my lighting and everything together. I hope I can keep these curls on my face, Lord. But anyway, I'm going to get right to it. I'm not going to be on here long at all. First, I'd just like to thank you guys that have been connected with me and have stayed connected with me through my whole process of, evolution, through changing. A few gears have shifted, and so, I'm utilizing more of my writing. And so with that, you'll get live readings like this, right? You may get some things where I'm actually sitting and teaching or discussing, a variety of issues that can, extend from anything related to, social issues, some politics, not too much, as well as health and healing, and maybe a little bit of entrepreneurship as it pertains to, applying faith to your dreams, right? So, just thank you guys for, hanging out with me through this whole process. Also, I would like to inform you that I do have a website. It is www.angelchapple.com. And so, this is great, lady. And so, what I'm doing is I am kind of shifting away from Facebook a bit instead of it being like a priority tool, because Facebook does do a lot of shadow banning, and probably the past 6 months or so, maybe I've noticed an increase of a lot of my things, just not showing up or having trouble posting certain content, or whenever I'm going live, it's always some type of technical issue. And so I will be utilizing my other channels. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I'd like to invite you to do that as well, at angelchapple.com. I'm also on Twitter at angelchapple.com. I'm sorry, at angelchapple. My website is, again, angelchapple.com. And there also on the homepage, you can subscribe to my newsletter. And so you can be one of the first persons to receive information as to when our next blogs come out, as well as new products. I have a bunch of products that I'll be releasing this year, which I'm really excited about. And I have something that I'm going to be introducing at the end of this reading, right? So, I think we're going to get on into it, right? So, I wrote some words, okay? I'm calling it a poem, but what it is a shout out. It's an ode to the awkward black woman. And so, basically, the place that it kind of came from is the fact that, a lot of women don't really feel safe to be themselves. Or, maybe if you've outgrown this at one point in your life, you wasn't sure where, or if, you could really just be yourself and just embrace, who you really were on the inside. And so, by doing that, we tend to do what's trending, or try to walk in somebody else's shoes, operate in somebody else's lane, whatever the case, whatever you want to call it, while neglecting, ourselves and our true passions and everything. And so eventually you find out, you know what, I can't wear these shoes no more. It's a size 8, I'm a size 10. I can't wear these shoes no more, right? And you decide that, it hurts too much, and you try and do something else. And so in the process of that pain, hopefully you develop or find, first I hope you discover your true self. And then I hope you develop enough courage and strength, enough bravery to just be who it is that you are designed to be. But also, I want to let you know that there is a runway, okay? There is a runway that is being laid out for you, like right now, okay? And it's like you don't even have to come out and strut and show your stuff, whatever. You don't have to do that because they already know, like, why you're here. They already know, like, it's something specific that you are to literally introduce or bring a gift, rather, gift this world. And so I'll go ahead and start now. She doesn't sound like most, often the quietest in the room, but her presence is to be felt. Hands down, like Badu, it will change your life. Her thoughts drift like Mars, far and wide, into the depths of untapped territory. She's not that stout, no video vixen, but she's brilliant, like your favorite piece of art. Resilient, genius, and generous, she doesn't follow trends, which is why she stands out sore as a thumb and never fitting in. Not your average, quite magical, yet tragic. She sits with her hand resting on her chin, frustrated because there's no blueprint for the weight that she's carrying. Blinded by what's right between her eyes. It's you. Hey, I see you over there, unnoticed, wondering who around cares about you. I do. Because when you shine, I unequivocally do too. Signed, an awkward black woman, right? So, I am going to go through and just break down a few parts here, not too much, not all of it, because I didn't want to be on here too long. But so this woman, right, this awkward black woman, she don't talk like everybody talk, okay? She's often the quietest in the room because she doesn't have to be loud. She carries one of those presents that you feel her when she come in, okay? Right? All right. And so I chose to compliment her thoughts, her thinking, like it's out of the park, like it's untapped territory, right? I described it as, her thoughts drift like Mars far and wide. And hey, they still searching for life on other planets. They're still searching and saying, hey, there's these other planets that exist, right? This is untapped territory. So it's bountiful where her thoughts can take you or where her thoughts can lead to, right? And she's intelligent, she's resilient, she's generous, and she doesn't follow trends. This woman has never followed trends. That's why she goes unnoticed most of the time. You're not going to find her in crowds, right? Like she's out there doing her own thing, all right? And I also chose to elaborate or to point out the fact that, this woman is probably frustrated. As I said in the beginning, a lot of women, grow up not really feeling safe to be themselves, not really knowing what space or environment they can be themselves, right? And so, she's frustrated. She's frustrated because, there's no blueprint for her awkwardness. There's no blueprint for the uniqueness. There's no blueprint for these thoughts and these plans and these ideas that she has going on, right? But then I chose to point out, I was like, but it's right there between her eyes, right? It's you. You are the blueprint. You are the prototype for everything, right, that you encompass. It's you. And so what you're doing, this is why, again, this is why I said there's this runway. There's this runway that's being put out right now. And you don't have to strut because they know why you're here, right? It's like there's a certain time that we're living in right now where it's a lot of new things that are happening, right? And so you happen to carry that, right? You happen to carry that new thing, right? That needs to, that the world needs to see, that the world needs, right? That the world needs to know it exists, all right? It's you. It's you. And so in the end, I said, you know, you probably think that you're noticed, but you're catching eyes, baby, okay? You're catching eyes. You're catching eyes, right? They might not tell you, but you're catching eyes, right? Because it's probably the next woman that's looking at you from afar, and she's saying, wow, like she is so dope, right? You might not hear her say those words, but behind the screen or wherever, she's saying, wow, she's dope, she's doing her thing. And as you continue to shine, right, simply as you are created to be, you give the next woman the courage and the strength to be exactly who it is that she was created to be. And that's why I signed the card as an awkward black woman too. All right? So it's from me to you. And so I hope that this poem touched you as it was rewarding for me to write, because I have a lot of friends. I see a lot of women, but when I see y'all on my timeline doing y'all thing, baby, I'm gonna let y'all know, because y'all give me the oomph, right, that I need to be who I am at the same time. And so it's absolutely beautiful to see you shining in your own uniqueness. And it doesn't have to be awkward. You know, awkward is just a word, but it's the fact that you're not afraid to stand in your own shoes at the end of the day, whether that be in technology, whether it be in art, whether it be in architecture, whether that be in engineering, whether that be in health, whether that be, you know, a combination of things, right? Whether that be creating and building and writing and singing, talking, dancing, you know, sports, whatever your thing or things are. I hope that this gives you a little bit of a push, a little bit of a fire to not be afraid or not be ashamed to be exactly who it is that you are. All right? And so here is the new thing I'm so excited to share with you guys, right? So I have here, this is going to be the first one that I show you here, okay? I have some cards, y'all. That sounded like Tommy off of Martin. All right, here is, okay, this is the first one, but I have some more. So here is the first card design that I came up with. This is something that's kind of abstract that I really like. I'm going to show it to Instagram as well, right? So you see the pink undertone here. You have the flowers. So the design is abstract, kind of like the woman is, okay? Right? And so, excuse me. And so on the inside, here, and this is a sample, okay? Because if you see this line right here, that's not supposed to be there. But and so what I did was I put the poem here on the inside, okay? And so you can gift this. You can gift it to somebody that, you know, maybe to your friend, somebody within your network, someone within your tribe, right? Who has either inspired you or, you know, just, yeah, inspired you. Someone who's just inspired you in any way, or somebody who you're proud of, someone who you love, that you want to just let them know, like, hey, you know, I see you, you know, and you're special, right? So that's that one. And here is the other one. Okay, I'm going to show you Instagram first, right? You see that? Isn't she gorgeous? So here we have the pink card, which it probably looks white to you guys because of the light, but it's not. It's like a really light shade of pink, and then you have the tan or gold undertone there. And so here is the card inside, right? So the first one, you notice that the layout is different. So this is what the layout would actually look like on the inside. That way you have your space here to sign your name and to write. All right. So what I did was the poem that I read to you all, it is condensed to fit in the card, okay? So again, if you know, a black woman that has inspired you, someone who, you just want them to know that you see them and that you appreciate them just being themselves, just shining their light, then here is a card, right, that you can gift them with. So yes, I am making these cards, right? I wrote these words and I am putting them inside an actual physical product that you can purchase and share with somebody else. Now here is another one here. It's the same design of the woman that's here, but this one is in a red and gold. And so again, these are some of the samples, but this one I will most likely flip the colors because I feel like the red is kind of overpowering here and you can't really see her features that well, okay? But same thing, the words, this is that. So this is going to be the actual layout. This is the condensed version of the poem. And right here at the bottom is where you'll be able to sign to mail this to somebody or give it to somebody, okay? So anyway, I'm really excited about this. This is something new for me. However, it's something that I always said that I wanted to have was, my own brand of cards, right? That was geared towards, voices that aren't typically heard all the time, right? So, come Father's Day or come Mother's Day, you may find a card or a poem that actually speaks to how you feel regarding that holiday. Nothing negative, but, some truth, something that will provide, some healing if need be, but I just feel like, the only one out there that I'm aware of is mahogany, but regardless, I'm just doing something new, right? And so, for those who have tuned in, you are the first to hear about it. And if you catch the replay as well, here they are. So, again, where you can find these, where you can buy these. So, I was going to upload them to my Etsy store, but I'm not going to do that because I have my shirts and things going on the Etsy store. And so what I'm going to do is I will upload these to my website directly. I'll have pictures there as well as the inside of the card, so you can get a good look as to how that will be. And once they are uploaded to the website, I will send out an email saying that the cards are up and live. So again, if you have not, go to angelchapple.com and subscribe to the newsletter so that you can be the first to know when these are uploaded and when you can purchase them. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, I hope that those words inspired you. And if you know somebody, that's an awkward black woman or another woman, period, who needs to hear those words, feel free to tag them in the comments, share with them as well. I appreciate your love and support. Peace.